What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, things continue to get crazy outside of Moon Colony. Last time in Moon Gundam, Luce set off the gas on a 5-minute timer. Amado worked with Yuta and sniped the gas canisters. That is when the Guasha-class ship approached them. This time, Yuta is now with the Londo Bell crew, while the Adelante 3 crew and the Light Tribe deal with the Krangle faction's invasion of Moon. So let's get into this. One thing I did forget to mention last video is that Amado was actually piloting the modified RGZ-DJ. The MSK-008R modified RGZ-DJ is a remodeled version after it took a lot of damage. This is a modified version and not a repair because the original parts were a one-off due to the parts being expensive. Because of this, the modified version is repaired using Jetta parts. Amado used this opportunity to give his mobile suit more Gundam-like colors. Reaction time was improved by 15% on this version. It uses a Gem 3 shield because Amado to this day still likes throwing his shield at enemies, just like he did with Grandpa. And the Gem 3 shield is the evolution of the RX-78-2 shield. Weapons include 60mm Vulcans, a beam saber, the beam Naginata, the BRM-87 beam rifle, Zeta's Hyper Mega launcher, and a clay bazooka. This version also retains its backbinders. Captain Gennaro and her men bailed out into space, left to swim back to Moon. They noticed the Guasha approaching. They are going to fire a barrage on the Raw Gills, and they are floating right in their path. They need to move. The Raw Gills crew notices this too, and they realize they need to move, but their thrusters are dead in the water. That is when Amado and the Jettas push the Raw Gills. Amado is in training. He has to work up to pushing an asteroid in a few years. Amado sent the base jabber back to the Razaim with an SOS message. Yuta picks up Minerva and he notes that he needs to go help the Raw Gills. Minerva reminds him that the mobile suits don't have infinite power and he is running low, but he has to help. Minerva decides to go with him. Captain Laro tells Amado and the Jettas to move as he gives up hope. The Guasha fires. Moon rushes towards the Raw Gills. Yuta speaks to Sarasa Moon, who tells him he has a long path ahead of him. But where he goes, the moonlight will be with him. He uses the psychoplates and spins them in a circle very fast. This seems to dissipate the beam cannon blast somehow. It creates a rainbow in space. Yuta begins pushing the Raw Gills with Amado. The ship gets out of range. Luce is impressed with Yuta's skills. He launches his mobile suit team. One member of his team is Ilia Pauzon. She was a part of Mashimer's team in Double Zeta as the Regelgoog pilot. Char also brought her to Axis as a young girl in Char's deleted affair. She is piloting the Zaku 4 S-Type. The Zaku 4 S-Type, Ilia Pauzon use, with the Princess unit, is a variant of the Zaku 4, which we will break down later. It inherits concepts from the Zaku 1, 2, and 3. This opted for heavy armor and can be outfitted with various tail options. This unit is equipped with the Princess unit, which is attached to the skirt. This allows the mobile suit to use funnels, which it also stores. These are the same that will be used on the Yagdoga. Other weapons include a head beam cannon, a shield which stores 5 E-packs, 2 beam machine guns, beam knuckle dusters, a large heat hawk, and a long-range beam rifle. Behind her is the Gigadzam. Gigazam? Why is there a D in there? The Japanese name for this is Gigazamu. Why didn't they call the English version the Gigazam? Screw it, we're calling it the Gigazam. The AMA X9 Gigazam is a large new type mobile armor with the best of 3 worlds: the high speed of the Bigro, the large artillery of the Big Zam, and the all-range attack form of the Jiang. 3 people are needed to pilot this machine. Equipped is a head megaparticle cannon, an omnidirectional beam cannon, a high mega cannon, a quadruple missile launcher, wired claws, and bits. It also has an eye-field barrier and a lot of propellant to lug this giant, which stands at 47.3 meters tall. The Gigazam is piloted by the 3D team. They were the Jimru fan pilots seen in Double Zeta. Since this is a new type machine, we can assume that the 3D team have become cyber new types through enhancements. Also, I don't recall Danny losing an eye during the events of Double Zeta, so this happened off camera. Or is it enhancements? Cyborg guy. The Krangle team begins their attack. Back on Moon, the Light Tribe is putting the Mormons to shame as they build a barn with the quickness. Saki seeks guidance from Sarasa. She realizes Yuta isn't coming back. She was able to sense it, just like Sarasa. She grabs Saki's hand and tells her how she felt lost without her sister, Rasara. Her father told them that they have powers, but they do not. What they have, everyone has deep down inside them. She doesn't say it out loud, but essentially she is saying that new types are empaths that are able to feel feel others' feelings, but it doesn't require one to be a new type to feel empathy. We all have the ability to feel it. The Licht family are discussing operations. Grass harvesting is in effect with medicine. Renault's father doesn't like dealing with the people of arts, but he must do business while Renault is gone. The Kringle team enters Moon. The Gigazam lands near the recently patched colony hole. Ilya touches down with her team of Zaku 4s. The AMX-116 Zaku 4 is the direct successor to the AMX-11 Zaku 3. The Zaku 4 features superior overall performance specifications and heavier armor compared to the Zaku 3, and it can be modified with different equipment loadouts, including various tail or skirt attachments, to quickly and easily specialize for different combat situations. Although not a mass-produced mobile suit, it uses many mass-produced parts to keep overall costs down. It is equipped with a head beam cannon, a shield, a sniper beam rifle, 2 beam machine guns, beam knuckle dusters, a large heat hawk, and a double beam saber. Loose in the Dagdoll is in the Lotus position on top of a Gaza G. The AMX-20 Gaza G is built off of the Gaza C and the original line of Gazas designed off of the old Axis mobile workers. It is a transformable mobile suit that can be used as a subflight system when in mobile armor mode. It is equipped with double head Vulcans for mobile armor mode, 2 9-tube missile pods, 2 beam sabers, and knuckle busters. In Lhasa, Chairman Luo is talking to Ronan Marquinez. Luo and co. assisted EFF with the transition of their headquarters to Lhasa. He also informs Marquinez of the situation regarding Moon. This colony has remained hidden for years. Chairman Luo suggests that he is hiding colonies along with hiding boxes, referring to Laplace's box. He says that time is not on their side and hangs up. Ronan's son-in-law, Patrick, comes in asking about Moon. Ronan says that sometimes not knowing is bliss. He looks at a picture of his son, Ride. The Razaim and a Columbus-class ship comes to bring reinforcements to the Raw Gills. Yuta is amazed that there are more ships. He is informed that they are getting ready to head to Earth. In the hangar, Amado asks Saphira why they are heading to Earth. Londo Bell wants to take Minerva directly to EFF HQ. However, Amado and the Razaim won't be joining them as they have to continue their hunt for Shar. The Raw Gills is badly damaged, but EFF won't provide any more resources on this escort mission. They really do suck. Saphira notices a new Gundam. Amado is calling it the Regazi. Amado says that this model isn't the one that EFF decided to mass produce. It was too expensive and it was slimmed down into what we know as the Regazi. However, Amado was able to get one version of his ideal Regazi built. Saphira refers to it as the Regazid. The RGZ-91X Re-GZID is Amado's ideal design for the Regazi that was rejected by EFF. However, this is more or less Regazi. It is equipped with 60mm Vulcans, a 90mm chest Gatling gun, twin grenade launchers, a triple grenade launcher, and a beam saber. It also uses the beam smart gun and the hyper mega cannon from the Theta Plus. It has wave shooter mode, which is like wave rider mode, and a dummy launcher. He decides to give the Regazid to Saphira. She reminds him that she isn't a full-time pilot. She still does intelligence and it would be wasted on her. But Amado is insistent. He could tell that she wants to go back to Moon. Amado suggests that they stay out of it for now and focus on getting Minerva to Earth. She should help Yuta get used to this new life. Saphira says thanks for the Regazid. Now how about you Regazid all over me? Wink wink. Amado stoically says that he doesn't intend to lay hands on someone who's already with someone else. He could tell by her jawline. Wait, jawline? What about her jawline gives away that she's in love? Saphira is embarrassed and runs away. Jawline? In the brig, Captain Laro is explaining the devastation of the colony drop on Dublin. He explains how Neo Zeon slowed down the colony so it wouldn't break up as a monument to their atrocities. Even though this was Haman Khan, Minerva bears responsibility as she so seems to want. Laro says that she could also be lifted of these burdens and just be a kid if she talks to him. Of course, Minerva is stoic and refuses to cooperate. Laro says that once they hand her over to HQ, she will most likely be interrogated with cruel and unusual punishment, so it's best that she open up so he could help her. Yuta is speeding through the Raw Gills, not using the handrails. He crashes into one soldier and asks the captain if he could see Minerva. He will only give him 5 minutes. He says, "Thanks, Mr. Captain." Laro says you don't have to add Mr. when saying Captain. Minerva tells Yuta that she wants to help Moon and tells Captain Laro everything, but she doesn't want to put anyone at risk. risk. She also can't fall into the hands of Luce. On Moon Moon, Neo Zeon is gathering tribes and getting a head count of all the people. Raymel and the people of Arts head to the Light Tribe territory. As Ilya is outside scouting the colony, Agos and Renault in the RS Jarja attacks the GUZID pilot. Oval is in the Gaz El Grau. They think it is allies at first, but Agos is able to capture the mobile suit and force the pilot to bail. Renault gets into the new GUZID and pilots the mobile suit for the first time. Luce speaks to Sarasa. He drops all the formalities and says that he is taking over the colony. They could act as if they always did, but all operations will be under Neo Zeon's hands. He says this is how Moon Moon always functions, referring to Raymel. The people of Arts make their appearance. Sarasa blames herself for living in ignorance. Raymel tells her that this place is small. Certainly she must have realized that there is no way they could survive without some form of trade. Renault makes it into the colony and attacks a Medusa. Following Oval is 3 Light Tribe members in GUZID. Renault gets out of the GUZID and tells the people of the Light Tribe to take up arms. Gennaro is on the bridge of the Adelante 3 watching. She notes that last time they attacked, they blew holes in the colony, but this time they aren't. Luce must be on the colony. Agos comes bursting in, holding Luce at gunpoint. Not regular gunpoint, mobile suit gunpoint. He tells Sarasa to get on board. She takes one caretaker with her. Saki goes with her. Agos tells Renault and Oval to meet at the rendezvous point, but they are met with Ilya in the Zaku 4. She notes that the Grau is from the Royal Guard. Oval tells her to stand down and that they have hostages, but she doesn't comply. As some Light Tribe people make their escape, the Zaku 4 crashes down and almost attacks the tribesmen, but Luce tells Ilya to stand down. She says that you will rue the day that you messed with Luce. When did Ilya become so committed to her leaders like this? Even when Mashimur was a commander, she was always like, what's up with this dude with the rose? Luce tells Raymel that Yuta isn't the only chosen one from Moon Moon and suggests that Renault may be a new type as well. Meanwhile, Yuta is running training exercises with Amado. And that will do it for this episode. Ilya's character was probably the best in Char's Deleted Affair. In Double Zeta, she was kind of a blank slate if we're being honest. And in Moon Gundam, she is saying things like you will rue the day, like she is an Inspector Gadget bad guy. Her character is very inconsistent. Next time, the battle will continue outside of the colony. Yuta tries ice cream for the first time, and Yuta's friends steal Theta Plus. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, ignorance truly is bliss. Peace.